Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Thomas and this is the 2025 DS9 Opera plug-in hybrid, and in this video I'm going to give you a walk around tour of this car, show you what it's like on the interior and get out on the road for a test drive. So stay tuned for this video. Start off with the front of the car. Now what you're going to notice is this metal strip running around the front of the bonnet. This is known as the Sabre, and this particular trim piece is called the Clou de Paris. As you can see, the kind of pattern that's on it, and that's unique to the DS9 models, help it stand out on the road. Just below that we do also have the E10 badge here, again proudly on the middle of the car. On the side, just below the lights, we do have these DS wings that they call them, that are underneath these bejeweled LED lights that do a little dance. And then in the middle here on the grille, we've got this kind of 3D effect with the DS logo, which are three Citroen badges interlocked to make this DS logo, with the front camera integrated underneath there, with your radar cruise down below. Now there's quite a lot of aesthetic design in this car because this is a premium product made by the DS manufacturer. As we work our way around to the side of the car, we are going to notice this car is riding on 19-inch alloy wheels wrapped in Michelin rubber. These are tri-tone diamond cut alloy wheels. So the side of the car, we do have the chrome around the doors. We've got black mirrors as well as the black B-pillar, all quite elegant looking, and we even have flush door handles here, as you can see, giving that aerodynamic look when it's locked or out on the road, and they do pop out like so. Now, what I want to check out is the rear of the car, because the rear of the car is quite unique in terms of how it's designed, and it's got to take some inspiration from previous DS models. Now, on the back of the car, the first thing you're going to notice is these bejeweled crisscross tail lights. I think they're really elegant and fancy looking. We've got a lot of chrome in the rear of the car, got real exhaust tips as well down below. But what I want to show you most are the cornets on the C-pillar that take inspiration from the 1950s original DS models up here. These illuminate while you're out driving. They're not indicators, they're always lit when you're driving, and that's a really cool, unique design touch to the DS9 model. Now, as we work our way around the middle of the car, not to get confused with a Star Trek franchise, this car does proudly wear the DS9 logo with DS here and signifying E10s because it is a plug-in hybrid model. We do have the rear camera down below, and if I open the boot, pops up, and depending on what trim level you get, this one being the Opera, we have about 470 litres of boot space. However, you can get over 520 on the regular lesser models, and that's because this car's fitted with some fancy packages in the rear that eat up some of the foot space. That's because this car's fitted with fancy seats in the back that eat up some of the boot space. Now underneath we do have very little storage there, enough for a little tyre kit and your high-vis jacket. We do have a little bit of storage underneath the floorboard here, and it is all lined with this soft touch carpet, which is nice to see, and the hinges are all covered as well, so you don't get your suitcases damaged when they're closing. Cargo nets on either side, some tie-down hooks, and we've got these little tabs here you can pull to hang like your bags, your luggage, whatever it may be, but definitely enough space back there. It goes quite far back to roll some suitcases in there for a trip. Now let's check out the rear seats. So you join me in the back of the DS9, and it is very luxurious back here. I've got plenty of knee room, plenty of headroom, and all the surfaces in the car are covered in this soft premium leather. And if it's not covered in leather, it's covered in things like the Alcantara on the roof. Even the grab handles, I've got leather and they're all stitched, which is lovely to see. But the rear seats in this car not only have the massage, as you can see, we've also got heated and ventilated seats, which are controlled through the screen up here in front of the two passengers, as well as fan speed, temperature, and we've got two USB-A chargers down below, and we also have these little map pockets here, kind of airplane style, behind each of the seats. Now it's worth mentioning we do have the DS emblem on the headrests, which is debossed in, which is fantastic to see, a little nice design detail. And just check out the pattern on the seats as well. They're so soft, so plush, and they're really high quality. Again, I would argue this is more plush than a bottom end of the range or mid-range like BMW or Mercedes. Look how like interwoven that is, and just fantastic. And we've got the buttons there to activate the massage. Now we do have ISOFIX points in case you want to put in your children in here. And in the centre armrest here, we do have cup holders for 2 drinks, as well as a little bit of storage lined with fuzzy stuff, so you can put your diamonds in there if they happen to be loose. And this all folds up as well if in a pinch you want to carry a third person, but realistically you're going to be probably carrying two. Having that down, enjoying the mood lighting and enjoying the massage with these butterfly headrests is a really fantastic place to be. And if you were looking at a chauffeur style car, this could be the kind of car you'd maybe look out for as well, because it is definitely a notch above a premium everyday family car. It does feel nice and luxurious back here. Now let's check out up front. So you join me up front in the cabin of the DS9, and I'll tell you what, if it wasn't fancy back there, it's definitely opulent and fancy up here. Everything's got like a diamond theme to it. All the switch gear, all the buttons, the design elements on the screens have all got this interwoven like rhombus and diamond shape, even things like your rotary knob there for your volume control. This infotainment screen here is something you would see with other Stellantis products. You can hit this little car button here, brings up your vehicle settings, you can turn off things. The traffic sign recognition, for example, if you wanted to turn all that off, you can do. Same with comfort headlights, etc. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well in this vehicle, as well as things like your maps. So that's all good stuff. It is all fashion responsive, same as your seats, heated and cooled seats on all 4 seats, which is really cool. This here is your BRM clock that would rotate up. Then down below here, underneath these touch capacitive buttons, we've got your drive modes here, so you can pop that into between hybrid, comfort and electric mode. Electric window switches in the middle of the car, which is a unique design touch. Door lock, electric parking brake button, and under here we do have wireless charging with 12-volt power outlet and 2 USB-A chargers. There are kind of lined with this kind of chrome effect to just let you know where it is, and it's got a little bit of felt in there. It's quite a nice little detents there, that little motion. Here is your gear select, Heat 8 automatic transmission. Pull that back for drive, all the way forward for reverse, and you'll see your parking cameras pop up. This has got front and rear cameras, and it's got a separate detents here for P for park at the top. Kind of reminds me of something maybe an airline pilot would use to drive and fly their planes. It's quite a unique design detail here. And if I pull these keys out the centre console, we can have this as a nice flush design. Again, we've got that rhombus pattern going across there. 2 cup holders, and then we've got a little storage bin in here, which do have 2 separate sides of the armrest, so you could have it unlocked. Your driver and passenger wouldn't have to be interrupted while you're accessing the inside of that console there. So the top of the dash is adorned in this kind of leather material with the stitching going across, again a really high quality premium look. And we've got leather going across the dash with the pearl stitching, and you're going to notice there's kind of like a pattern through the leather panel here itself. Got a little bit of red accent lighting, giving a bit of mood lighting inside the cabin. And then down below, it's softly damped, lined with the fuzzy stuff. Because it is a French car, right-hand drive, we do have a fuse box on the left-hand side, so we've got about the third of the glove box to use, but it is lined with fuzzy stuff. It's not too bad a size, but it is a little bit small considering the size of the car, but it is nice to have. So on the passenger side and the driver's side, we do have these climate vents, kind of rectangular going portrait style, and in the centre we have the same kind of style with the little silver squares on them, but they're going landscape just around the start stop button for the car. Steering wheel controls, we've got your volume controls on the left hand side. Right hand side things for your phone, you can control the screen here. We've got paddles, we've got your wiper control there, and on the left hand side we do have your cruise control, as well as your light stock here for your indicators and automatic lights. So this driver attention detection device is in the shape of a rhombus, as well, as you can see, kind of echoing the diamond shapes you've seen throughout the cabin. And just check out the stitching on the steering wheel. It's a very classically luxury car with the kind of silver accents again at the bottom, and just here, very nice steering wheel to hold. So in the centre dome here, we do have more diamond shapes, as well as that Clou de Paris pattern on the touch capacitive lights. And then this car is fitted with the optional sunroof, as you can see. So that pops open, it goes about 2/3 of the way of the car, letting a lot of light into the cabin. And again, we'll just mention this Alcantara material here, because it is nice and soft to touch on top of the roof liner. Touch that button forward to close the sunroof, and even the Alcantara is on the little sun visors there, which do pull out across, but they do not slide. They do have a little bit of light inside there. And if you want to close the shade, we can hit that button there, and that's going to close like so. Which always welcome a car with a sunshade, because it not only blocks out the sun, but in Scotland the heavy rain as well. So the door cards are quite plain, although they've got all this lovely leather and a little bit silver trim on them. We've got no window switches or anything like that on it. We've got the handle, physical door handle with more Clou de Paris pattern there. We do have a door bin lined with the fuzzy stuff, which is always welcome. So on the right hand side of the steering wheel, we do have your mirror control, as well as these buttons here for things like your boot, fuel flap and your lane departure. etc. This car does have 3 stalks, this one down here for your adaptive cruise control, and then we've got one up here for your indicators and then your lights, which we do have automatic, and then the right hand side is where your wipers are going to be. So this button here on the left hand side of the steering wheel controls a little screen here. Scroll that up once and you're going to see the more rhombuses popping up. We can scroll into dials, as you can see, and if I go up once more, we're going to see energy. Scroll up once more, we're going to see energy pop in, and you're going to get a little graphic of the vehicle. You can see the battery status, and that's also replicated in the center screen here. BRM timepiece does flip out the dashboard when you turn the car on, and that adds to the luxury car appeal of the DS9. So you join me behind the wheel of the DS9, and it's quite a smooth drive first off the bat. Steering's quite well weighted and direct. Going round the roundabout at the moment, and it does handle with decent composure. The visibility sightline's not too terrible as well. I like the mirrors, and we've got little blind spots in the corners of the mirror. All DS9 hybrids use a 1.6 litre petrol with a 15.6 kilowatt hour battery. That means you get 107 brake horsepower from the battery and around 197 from that petrol engine, combining to about 250 brake horsepower. Power goes to the front wheels, 4-wheel drive is an option, and you're getting 0 to 60 in around 8 seconds for a front wheel drive, or about 5.6 for the 4-wheel drive model. And the plug-in hybrid's claiming about 28 grams per kilometre of CO2, and I'm seeing around 46.8 miles to a gallon. And all DS9s have a 60,000 mile 3-year warranty. So being the plug-in hybrid, if you have a full charge of that battery, it's good for about 42 miles of EV driving range. Now out on the road, it's not too wide. It is quite a long vehicle, but it's not super wide for the UK roads. National speed limit, foot down a little bit. And we accelerate to 50 with quite ease and grace there. It's quite a comfortable cruiser out on the road, and we've got a lovely backdrop today with the sunshine, sun setting in Scotland. It's actually a rather smooth road to be testing on. It feels freshly tarmacked. I think the buyer of this car is somebody that wants a luxury car. Obviously want to be able to carry rear passengers and enjoy that rear seat kind of amenities that this car offers, and it does rival things like the Mercedes E-Class, BMW 5 Series, but it's maybe for somebody that's maybe had them and wants something different, stand out from the crowd in your neighbourhood. And I think the UK, they've only sold about 110 or so of the DS9 models in the UK so far over its production cycle, and it is being cancelled going into 2026, so there will be a rare sight on the UK roads. So if you do want something, you want to stand out, maybe have something that's a little bit more unique, then this could be the car for you. So I just want to say thanks very much for watching this video on the DS9. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel below, and I will see you next video. And also a special thanks to Citroën of Armadale for loaning this car.